Baptist church. That's right. Gonna be a Baptist preacher so that I won't have to work. Well, I'm in the pulpit, jumping up and down, 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 down. Yeah, I'm in the pulpit, jumping up and down. Okay. Well, I've been hollering good news all the miles around. My sister jumped up now. Ooh, she began to grin. Yeah, she did. Well, my sister jumped up. Ooh, she began to grin. She said, good Lord have mercy. Please forgive me for my sins. Forgive me now. Please, please, please. Oh.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone. How are we all
Thomas,
doing?
What's
We're
going
in.
on, lads? We're in. We're ready.
We're in
lads?
for another night.
We're ready.
Cheers, everyone. Nice to
show
see
them,
you.
Lads. Show them.
Are we
Show them
are
what
we
you've
going
been.
straight there with
We're
that?
going straight there with it. Yeah. Not
Look
the
at them.
beer.
No,
The beer looks flat, Tom.
the sleeves.
Yeah. No, come on.
Look at
Show
them.
them. Look at them. Wow.
Wait, I've got to.
Tom's gone full on
You've got to
colour.
make it look realistic.
I was the
I've
black and white guy, you know, the boring one. Tom's gone full on
gone for
colour.
that 80s tattoo that you're going to regret.
Yeah, the one that you
Oh.
need to get.
It's because my biceps are so big. My biceps are too big. It's
I'll
not
show
covering.
you.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think? Look at
Yeah.
these rowdy bunch straight in. Hey, nice to have you in.
Our Love Island fans. They're in. They're in.
I can't believe we've let them in.
What
is going?
I can't believe we've actually come.
Oh, I see.
There you go.
I see.
Like that,
Straight
is it?
away.
Hey?
Bit of feisty
Wow.
that. But yeah, what do you think? Do you think?
What do you think about
Hello.
that?
Amazing. Think they look unreal, guys.
Yeah.
Unreal.
So real.
Unreal.
Unreal.
Do you think that makes us
Big,
like those?
big UN unreal.
Hashtag unreal.
You know those Christians who look, have tats and that,
Oh,
and
yeah,
really
cool.
dead
Yeah,
cool.
yeah,
They
yeah.
work for the
Yeah,
message
you're not
normally.
them.
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
they normally work for the message and have a
You
cap
need a
on.
little,
Oh, that's me.
They do.
Yeah.
They actually
No,
do make you
you're
look a
not
bit
pulling
like
it off.
them now.
You don't think so?
Ah.
Do you know what? I've tried
We've-
every different sort of style that's come in, and I've never found that I look cool with any of them. I don't
Yeah.
know. Is
That's
there?
because you're
I
from
don't know.
down south.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think there's other people down south.
So, have you ever met a cool Tory?
Have you ever met a Tory with a tattoo?
Well,
You have now.
you have now.
It's
Look
like
at
a
that.
tongue twister. Tory with a tattoo.
These are rowdy already. I'm regretting having these girls in. They're a little bit too excitable. Let's see who's in. Evening, everyone. Nice to
Yeah,
have you in
who's
with
in?
us. Susan,
I can't
Chris, nice to see you. Janet's in. Catherine, nice to have you here. Ray, good to see you, mate. Brian, them sleeves look a bit baggy on you, Tom. I think they're all.
The fact that they're rolling down.
Yeah.
Alan's obviously got muscles. Is his
No, that's not muscle. Come on.
Hey, we've been preparing for this for
We
a
have.
long time.
See, I've not actually seen Love Island, but Alan, we're going to find out all about it. This is, if you're only joining us tonight, welcome to Finnegan's.
Yeah.
We thought basically what happens at Finnegan's is
Yeah.
we normally have a crowd in for the evening, then come around 5 to 9 o'clock. A
Everyone
whole load
gets
of them
off.
get off, and they're basically going off to watch Love Island, aren't
Yeah.
they? So
Yeah.
you girls will be culprits in that regard, won't you?
Yeah.
Look at you all nodding away like, yes, we're watched for the first hour, but we're not watching anymore.
There's always better viewing.
Well, So basically, we thought if you can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
So
So we've invited the girls into
into Finnegan's
Finnegan's
for the
bar.
evening, and then they have to
With
carry
Finnegan's
on
bar
watching
is-
because they're here.
where
Yeah.
you pull up a stool, you join us with your drink of preference.
Yeah.
We're on Carlin tonight because
Carlin.
times are tough,
Yeah.
you know. And Joyce bought us a pint, but she only bought us a cheap pint tonight. She's the only one to buy us a pint for the last 18
You
months.
can, if you want to support the podcast, you can buy me buymeacoffee.com/Finnegan's.
Excuse me. No, that's not true.
What's that?
Margz bought you.
Margz, I think
tonight
she's
as well.
she's a whip monthly.
I
She does it
subscribe.
every month.
Yeah, that's why you're on the wall. Love.
Yeah.
But you just said.
Know what I mean?
Know
Know what I mean? That's why you're
So,
a patron.
Margz is one of our.
Don't be getting
You're
familiar.
a patron of here.
Oh dear, what is going on?
She's love.
Yeah.
Tal's in. Nice to have you, Tal. Barbara.
Tal
Nice.
should be here, but Tal can't be here because she's obviously training Tom still
She's running.
for our fundraiser that she's getting us so we can go to the proper Finnegan's bar
That's it.
in Minnesota.
That's why she's not
so
here.
thank you, Tal.
Thank you, Tal. She's
for your
watching while she's
commitment.
jogging.
She's jogging down the road
And she
with her
said
phone.
she's managed to type while she's jogging because she said, "Hello, ladies and questionable men." I don't know.
They've got no idea the lengths we've
Ladies.
gone to for this.
I know.
We've been prepping for this for months.
Hiya, Dan.
Oh,
Nice to have you in,
yeah.
mate. Emma's in as
Honestly,
well.
We have been
Very
prepping
good.
for this for months. haven't we, Tom?
We have, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've, it was. I think it was about 6 months ago. I thought, I've always been in good shape, but I
Yeah.
thought time to get in
Great
time
shape.
to get in great shape.
And I haven't always been in good shape. But I thought
Why
I
change
need
the
to
habit
get-
of a lifestyle?
I need to get in shape for this episode. For this particular
Yeah.
episode.
So we've been working.
Otherwise-
We've
Well,
been
you
working.
decided against that then.
No,
No, wait.
Hey,
No,
whoa,
Chris,
whoa, whoa. We've
easy,
been working out.
because
We've been working
there's
out.
some lads, right, who basically they look quite chunky.
Yeah, they look
They
chunky.
look chunky from the outside, but when you get down,
the
in-
beach body.
when
You
you
know-
get to the underneath, they're like rock solid.
Yeah.
I knew a lad like that, and he's looked like a big lad. You thought, oh, that lad's got a few extra pounds, but then
Like Alan.
he was like, he was like, she's destroying you tonight, mate. She is destroying you.
That's all right, Tom.
But basically, when you get down to under the shirt,
Yeah, when you
they're
take
like a
the top
weightlifter.
off.
And
Yeah,
so,
Don't take your
story.
top off.
so me and Alan have basically been working. Those times when you thought we were prepping a sermon.
Yeah.
We've been
we
working
were
out.
down the gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We
We've
were
been
down
working
the
out.
gym.
So good to see
Yeah.
the six packs.
I could
Do
show
you
you a little bit.
Do you want to see the six
Do you want
pack?
to see a little bit?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
nice.
good. I'm good.
Come on.
See the six pack.
To match, because we've got tattoos.
Okay.
Go on.
Yeah. So we've got.
Oh, sick.
I'm a bit shy.
Whoa!
I'm not going the full. I'm just.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I don't know.
Look at that. See, that's commitment to the cause.
You
I
still
want
look.
to know where you got your spray tan.
You still look fat in yours. I
Look
think
like
I'm
a
pulling mine off. Look at that.
I'll just
Like
take
a
it.
pair of
What? What do you think of that?
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I thought when I started saw myself in the mirror? That's not me flexing. That's default.
just-
If I
yeah.
flex,
Oh, oh.
I
Don't do that.
Tom
I thought.
Orange.
I mean, Mia will be a bit young for this, but it was sort of.
Feeling it.
I thought mysterious gal Peter Andre vibes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Did you think so?
Too young for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
No, I think Ricky Tomlinson vibes.
I think six-pack of sausage rolls from Margz vibes.
Honestly,
2 packs dead, allegedly.
this is the last time these are on. I can promise you that. What's-
The effort we've put in.
I know.
There's
There's
that's
no-
what we get.
Our
There we
managers
go.
won't spare
People-
us again.
They're mugging us off, aren't
People
they?
are loving
Welcome
this
to
at
Greg's.
home. People are loving this.
They're mugging us off.
Chris just said a little bit of sick just came up in my mouth.
Now then, Chris.
And
Now then.
Tao says they didn't look like that a few hours ago.
We've been really pumping
We have.
it out.
We have.
Yeah.
You know, like you're pounding the streets now,
Yeah.
raising money for our trip.
Yeah.
Same.
Here we go. And Chris Connell said, "Get the Baywatch theme on blast." That was
Yeah,
true, innit?
It's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No,
I have to keep
definitely
pulling
not
mine
red.
down.
Normally-
When it creases, it doesn't look good.
I was normally
like
more.
Arnold
I'm
Schwarzenegger.
Hasselhoff tonight. Hasselhoff tonight.
Hasselhoff.
I felt more like Pamela Anderson recently with the man boobs. But yeah. Anyway, Stephen Cookson. If you girls, you'll know because you watch at home, but we have Nugget of the Week every week.
Yeah.
Funniest comment.
Yeah.
Steve Cookson. He's only gone with more like Chippendale than Chippendales.
More like Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good chip and dale.
Sorry, Steve.
I like that, Steve.
Yeah.
Not bad. And you
Good.
could win because you're dead close. It's dead easy to get you.
Hasselhofer.
Hasselhofer. You've only had
Oh,
about
dear.
2 sips of that.
I've had to do you know what? I have to back when I misspeak, which is often. I really back it. So I said crinkles rather than wrinkles in my shirt, and I backed it, and people believed it. People going, yeah,
But
yeah,
it's
that's
not,
right.
It's not
I've heard of
wrinkles,
crinkles.
it's creases.
Creases.
Yeah, it's not even
That's the thing.
It's
I'm
It's not,
still wrong.
it's not
Wrinkles.
crinkles. It's
Oh,
not
wrinkles.
wrinkles. It's creases.
Wrinkles about your
Wrinkles
eyes.
are here.
All right. Well, I don't have them anyway.
Oh, you do.
All right, pipe down. So
Oh,
this evening we're going to talk a little bit. If you haven't watched Love Island, it's fine. I haven't watched it
no, you
either.
haven't. No.
We're talk. You know, we're going to weave in the big things of life. You know,
Yeah.
In between these girls, we're sneak it in there. We're gonna have a
We'll be stealth.
yeah.
We'll
we'll
be
have-
like ninjas.
Oh, yeah.
But I did have a picture, by the
Ninja
way, of our
ovens.
last week's Nugget of the Week, which was Ray.
Oh, nice, okay, yeah.
Congratulations, Ray. There's his feet, but this is Ray with his beer mats.
They can't see that. They should.
They
have
can't
the
see it. So
phones up,
you
shouldn't
can, if you're our Nugget of the Week with the
Watch
funniest
Sorry.
Just tear
phrase,
it down.
the funniest comment tonight, Steve Cookson's top of the pack at the moment
Up at the moment.
because it's funny, but also
he
he's
lives dead
he's
close.
local,
So we can just pass them.
so we can put that's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
That's it. Yeah.
So you could be like Ray. You could be drinking your drink off of my
Yeah.
cold sore face.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
who wouldn't
absolutely.
want to do that?
Who wouldn't want
And
to do that?
also, if we can just say,
You're
what was?
bad,
Oh,
lad.
you're
No,
not bad.
someone's bad.
What were we going to say about
Holiday hoofs.
holiday hooves?
Holiday
Hang on a
hooves.
second. If you explain what holiday hooves is, Al.
Holiday hooves. There's been many imitators.
Oh.
Go on.
I am the original taker of feet picture
Yeah,
on holiday.
okay.
'Cause,
Vile.
I mean, look at the rest of me. So you know.
I got into trouble
I
last
don't want
week.
to upset people. You know what I mean? So I take pictures of my feet instead.
Yeah.
And and then other people have started doing it, and we've decided that it's like
It's a bit
we
of a
need to
feature.
rate it.
And so what you would
Holiday hoofs.
go on then? Give us the theme. The theme. Go on.
It's holiday hoofs. That's holiday hoofs.
So bad.
You've
And
only
so-
just told me to do it. It wasn't like something we planned.
And so let's have girls. It's like the girls are just having a conversation to themselves over there.
Sorry.
We can't hear you.
I don't discuss feet. I don't discuss feet.
Okay,
Apologies.
well, here we go. Holiday who's out of 10. We're basically looking for, and you
Yeah.
too. I got into trouble last week because people said it wasn't terribly appropriate to be asking people to send me pictures of their feet. But I'm so innocent and naive. I had no idea that was a thing. But that's not what this is.
That's not what.
If you
this
go
is.
on holiday, you need to take a photo of your feet, buy your deck chair or buy your
It's
holiday
because
scene.
you done it, didn't you?
And
on your holiday.
I-
and
yeah.
we've seen how massive your toes were.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so basically Alan's going to score them out of 10. So let's
Right,
have a look.
okay.
Ray, let's have a look then.
I
Ray,
was
here we
probably
go.
with Ray on this
It is
holiday, so
Ray's.
it's hard not to score.
If you
this
could
one.
let us know at home out of 10, what would you score those
So
feet?
first of all,
Go
I
on.
would say
Yeah, what would you say?
he's gone to the left of the sunbed.
I'm not scoring.
He's not in the middle, is he?
I mean, why is he not lying in the middle of that
I mean,
sunbed?
I know why he's done it. He's
Yeah.
done it to try and frame the shot in the background, hasn't he?
Uh,
In between.
is he trying to get that boat?
He's trying to get the
Raise.
nice thing, but
Yeah.
and to be fair, Ray, you don't look very comfortable.
No.
Because you're on the edge of the sunbed.
Yeah.
That's not the comfortable
Yeah.
bit, is it?
Okay, go
on
on.
the bar.
Yeah.
So,
No, he's
Yeah.
got worse
Does
toes
he
than
wear
Tom.
heels?
He's
he's got worse toes than Tom.
Oh,
He hasn't
brutal.
got worse toes.
He's
than
got
Tom.
worse
I
toes
feel
than Tom.
violated
toes.
that I'm being
Have you
forced
still
to
got your
feet.
picture of Tom's
No,
toes?
I've taken that
Oh,
down.
of course you
It's a
have.
shame.
I was making
What are you going to
people
give it
sick.
out of 10 then?
I'm going to give that. I'm going to give it a 6.
A
I'd
6
say
out of 10.
6.
Yeah, 6.
That's not-
Eddie was 7
That's
last
not a
week.
good
Yeah.
score, Ray.
Well,
Yeah.
He's got, even though he's got the boat. I think he's got the boat there
I mean,
in the
the
background.
view's the best bit, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not about it's about the toes.
But
innit?
can I
It's
say
not
though,
about the
his
boot.
big toe, his left big toe, it looks like it's broken. It's like that funny angle, isn't it? Mine might be big, but they're straight as an arrow.
No, yours are like
Don't
claws.
use
Talons, you call yours. Talons.
So is he getting a better or
You go
worse
around
score than
picking your
me?
kids up with your feet. Come back, Eden. Come on, Elijah.
Very good. The comments are coming in, to be fair. Steve Cookson saying, where is he?
Oh, look at that.
Steve
Wrinkles.
Cookson said, please, can
Of
someone
age.
else win?
Put it on your CV.
That's it, Steve. You can put that up there. Ray saying I owe him money for that foot pick. And Barbara's saying he looks like he takes size 4 shoes, quite petite feet.
Ray.
I thought
He's
I don't
about
know.
11, isn't he?
Yeah.
Definitely
It must just
very
be the
feminine
perspective.
legs.
He's about
Must
an
just be
11.
Does he wear heels?
Does he wear heels?
Yeah, 'cause
He probably
they're, like,
did in the
narrow in the
80s, in fairness to
Yeah.
Ray. He was one of them new
Not that he
romantics.
needs to.
Yeah.
He's tall enough, like.
So he had the makeup on, he had the hair and everything.
Oh,
yeah.
did he? That was the fashion back then, was
he
it?
was, he was
Couldn't imagine Ray with hair.
Yeah.
used to dress as a vampire, I think.
Did he?
Yeah.
Ray, is that true?
It is true, isn't it, Ray? We're
Yeah.
waiting for a response.
That's not how this technology
That's not how
works.
this one works.
Alan was staring at the camera,
like,
expecting
come on,
Ray
Ray.
to say something
Speak.
back then. Okay, well, anyway, tonight, what are we doing? What is it? We've got all the
It's our
usual
Love
fun,
Island
but we're going to
special.
talk about Love Island. Anyway, who have we got in for the evening? Let's have, what you
Before we do that,
go on.
what have you been up to this week?
Well, what have I, do you know what happened this week?
I don't know.
And well, I'm going to tell you.
Oh, thanks.
That's- Emma, very kindly, she sent me away for a couple of days because she thought I was stressed out.
I'd send you away
She
too.
sent me away.
She sent you away.
So
No,
I went away.
Emma sent you away because she was stressed.
I'd send you away too, Tom.
So why does everyone I love want to send me away? That feels
Emma's
like
obviously had enough of you. And
Yeah.
thought, I just need to get rid of
so
it for a few
literally
days."
she booked me an Airbnb
An
and off I
Airbnb.
went
On
for a
your
couple of
own?
days on my own. Yeah, is that strange?
Yeah.
And I think it's strange in an Airbnb because you're in
100%.
someone's house, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but they weren't there at the time.
Yeah, but sometimes they are.
Oh,
Well,
that's a bit spooky.
I
Tom,
know
you
the
should be
first-
there to help.
Yeah.
The first thing I do when I arrive in an Airbnb is I go to every cupboard and in the house to check no one's in there.
Oh.
Is that not what
Do you
everyone
mean
does?
like
Yeah.
Kato out of the Pink Panther?
I
Not
don't-
now,
Yeah.
Kato.
I don't
Just
know.
in case there's a
No, I
monster
think
there.
he's thinking,
Oh.
I don't
he's
know.
thinking some harder things.
He's
too.
literally
He is like,
rooting through their cupboards.
Yeah, no, I don't.
With
'cause
Airbnb where you're in so we can blow you up.
I,
it's for
You've
the food.
literally been rooting through the drawers and everything.
no, well, just to check no one's in there is going to attack me.
Don't be stupid.
So
He's
I-
thinking how to film Alan.
He
But-
is.
So I went for
must be.
2 days
100%.
and I just chilled out
What
on
did
my
you do?
own. I
Oh,
just,
that's except for root through their cupboards.
Where was it?
I just Chester. I went to Chester.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the old people.
There was quite a few old people over there.
Did you enjoy it?
Do you know what? You're on your own, and that is a weird vibe.
Yeah.
But I just kind of pottered around.
Oh, bless. Like
Yeah.
the old
So you
people
done
do.
the
Yeah.
garden for them and that.
Well, no. And
Oh.
then
Did
do you
you
know
do
what
that
the
by
weird thing?
yourself,
The
Tom?
weird thing is though, I did go to a restaurant on my own and eat a meal.
Single
Is that
date.
that felt a bit
Yeah, that's
strange?
brave.
Is that brave?
That's good.
No, I'd
If
do
you go
that.
to Weatherspoons on your own, that's all right.
That's
By
brave as
myself
well.
sounds
No, that's not
brave.
That's very brave.
It's
No.
hardly a restaurant.
Yeah, but a restaurant on your own, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
I did. I'll
It's hard.
happily
It's
go.
hard, though.
It's hard.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this is divisive as well. I'd happily go to a cinema on my own.
Yeah, I would.
I'd go
Yeah.
to the
me
movies
too.
on my own. Not
Yeah.
a problem at all.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
do that.
I'd be. In fact, I'd prefer it.
Emma sends him to the movies next time on his
Trying to
own.
be
Yeah.
cheaper.
So she sent me off, and I've come back a new man.
And clearly,
Well, clearly, you obviously didn't pop it
Six
around.
pack and everything.
You obviously worked
Yeah.
out.
Well, yeah.
That's what you were doing while you were away.
I don't know how much
That
to show.
Look at it. Look at
Is it better like that or worse? Let me know.
worse, better, worse. Just shut your
All right.
Just
Yeah.
button them up, please.
And the other thing I went to my mate Phil's stag do, which
Phil
was good fun.
Stag too.
Yeah.
Phil who?
Phil Lanyon.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
you
I
were.
wasn't invited.
No, you weren't invited.
Oh, thanks, Phil. Cheers, mate.
Phil Onion.
Yeah, I was the entertainment.
No.
Lanyon,
Oh, is that all?
Phil.
not
I
Phil
thought I
Onion.
heard
And so
Phil.
first up, we went for our archery tag.
Oh, it was one of them scat dudes. That's why I wasn't invited. Because
Archery tag. You had to run around and fire each other with arrows.
That's
Yeah.
just a boy's trip, isn't
That-
it?
It was.
yeah,
Well, that's
sounds
what
like
stag
a
do.
proper
No,
Yeah.
childish-
that's a Christian
age 5
stag
to
do.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Age 5 to 10.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like a kid's birthday party.
I think I know a lot of kids who would have enjoyed that trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I was one of them. Big
Yeah.
kids.
What else did you do on this stag?
And then we went to a place in town where you could have a drink, but also there was like shooty computer games.
Shooty computer
Oh,
games.
that's
Yeah.
definitely a boy.
No,
Yeah.
just
Well, it is a boy. It's a boy stag do, isn't it?
That's not a real stag do, though, is it?
Well, no, it was a mild stag do.
A very mild stag
Like
do.
you know,
Like
What
a
time were you
But
home?
I-
Half 10?
Five,
Hey.
fifth
I
part.
do you know what I had something else on in the evening, so I was home by 7:30.
11.
Half 7.
Half 7. Oh, that's a boss stag do, that, isn't it? Half
But I'm
7.
sure it went on later.
Sounds like a kid's
Kids'
fifth
party.
birthday
Yeah,
party.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Did you go to McDonald's as well?
I would have loved it. I would have loved a
Did
Happy
you get a
Meal.
Happy Meal?
Good toy.
What toy did you get?
They make you get a book nowadays, don't they? Any of that.
Oh, right. Okay.
But you got, I remember
This is the most
Alan
common
got in
thing.
trouble actually.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
won't know this about Alan because he's a minister now and his life is all together. But when he was younger in his early
No.
days, he actually got in trouble at church because he was at a stag do that got a bit rowdy, didn't you?
I was, yeah.
Go on, tell the
Steve
story.
Lindsay's stag do. Do you
Yeah.
remember this, Joy?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Yeah. It was his stag do. And it was one of them. Steve
Yeah.
Lindsay was a good mate of mine, passed away when he was very young.
Yeah.
He's Nicky's husband, deceased. But we went on a stag do. And it was one of them church stag do. So it's never going to be wild, is it? You know what I mean? It's never going to be wild. It's a church stag do.
Actually.
And we're in the marina in Crosby.
Okay.
So like, do you get what I mean? The marina in Crosby, it's not, you're not having a wild night, are you?
No.
Anyway, the staff there found out it was a stag do, and
Yeah.
some of them were women who were it was their second job. They had other jobs,
Okay.
like working in town, in bars, and
Okay. Yeah.
so it started to get a little bit rowdy.
Yeah.
And one of the women pulled his pants down.
By
Ooh.
pants, that's a northern thing for your trousers.
They all
isn't it?
knew what
It's
that meant.
just
Yeah.
trousers.
They
Just
all knew
pants.
what
No,
that meant.
down south that would mean the full.
Underpants. Yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
just
No,
his
no.
pants,
Not
not his
undies.
underpants.
Unfortunately,
undies.
Tom,
So,
we're not Tory.
I mean,
Yes.
that's
It's quite mild.
it's tame, isn't it?
That's
It's
it.
not the full. It's not the full way.
No, it
A lot
wasn't.
of stag do's, it'd be the full thing. So
Yeah.
just the kecks,
Just the
the
kecks,
playful.
underpants on.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay, so you were at this
I
party.
was just at it.
Yeah.
I didn't do that. Right?
No, you
And
weren't
then
involved.
Some of his mates from
No.
work, because he
I
worked
think
on the
I'm too young
buses,
to
he
hear
worked for the
this.
Viva or someone like that.
Yeah.
Some of his mates decided they were going to throw him in the lake.
Yeah.
So he got.
Again, that's kind of fun.
That's just standard, isn't
That's
it?
standard, isn't it? Could
Unless
be
you go on
worse.
Phil Lanyons and you just fire darts. At
Well,
This is
yeah,
really
Phil-
games,
I loved it,
like
Phil. It was
some-
great.
And literally, I was just stood there.
Yeah.
He got through in the lake. He got his pants pulled down by one of the
Just
waitresses
his trousers.
in the place, just his trousers. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And it got back to church
Yeah.
that I was there.
You were at this party.
I was at this party, and I was one
Mhm.
of the leaders in the church. Not the
Oh,
minister.
my goodness.
And the rest of the leadership team decided that was kind of conduct unbecoming for
Okay.
me
Yeah.
as a leader of the church.
So what happened?
So I got suspended.
Oh.
What? So you couldn't go to church anymore?
No, I could go to church, but I got suspended as being a leader. I got suspended from being a house group leader,
Yeah.
and I got told I couldn't take communion
Oh.
Oh.
for 6 weeks.
Um,
How much our church has changed.
So-
Some would say for the worst.
So can I just say?
It's a real church.
So suspended. So that mean did they stand you up and tell everyone Alan's been a naughty boy?
Yeah,
Oh, no way. The embarrassment.
yeah.
I
Never
think
go
we
back
should
to
bring
bed.
this back.
Uh,
Oh,
it,
no, please
I
now.
think-
it might
I
solve a
think
few
we.
issues.
I think
mightn't
we
it?
should bring
I don't think we'd have anyone left.
instead of if we have Alan up.
Please now.
Thank you.
I think I'd leave that at that point.
I think
Yeah.
it worked for Alan, a bit of discipline.
Yeah,
Maybe we could just do it for Alan. We could have a naughty.
just do it for me. Naughty
naughty-
step for
yeah,
Alan every
naughty
week.
step.
Oh yeah, just put them
And just come on the naughty step.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was the wildest stag do I've ever been on.
Very well.
I've been on worse since then,
Oh.
Yeah.
but that was the one I got suspended for, and I didn't. It wasn't even me who pulled his kecks down.
I love that. I
Wow.
love it. I think we should suspensions in church.
No,
I think
please
it's-
no.
I think it's
Please
possibly.
no. I'd have to
You'd
leave.
be on the list, Mia.
I'd be
right there.
way on the list.
I'm
Every
messing on
weekend.
I
this.
think,
Have a
in
naughty
fairness,
list.
we said it was a Love Island special, but we brought you in for a bit of a disciplinary.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
Watching Love
so
Island.
I think I'm going to have to phone
Yeah.
you, Mummy.
That's it. We've got anyone who's watched Love Island. A public. Right. Well, let's talk about Love
Oh,
Island then.
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Let's. So, who have we got? Who have we got
Who've we
here?
got
We've
in
got
first?
the lovely Alison on the left. Margz. She's lovely as well.
You've told yourself a hole now, haven't you? Hey.
Then we've got Joyce.
Don't go through.
Mia. Lovely
Okay,
Joyce.
that was not lovely.
Lovely Mia. So it's great to have you all in for the evening. Thank you so much
you.
for coming in. And the common theme is you ladies are all part of the church, aren't you?
Yes.
Been at the church for varying different lengths of time.
Yeah.
And so I thought we'd just to get to know him. Some people at home will know him well.
Yeah.
But these girls basically they are in a WhatsApp group about Love Island, aren't
they
they?
watch
And
Love
so they
Island.
love that. So we're going to talk about that. We thought it'd be a bit of fun, but also
Need
to
learn who they are.
get to know them a little bit. So Alison, how long have you been coming down to the church?
I think probably.
Bring that mic
yeah.
a little bit closer. If you move it away from Margz, that'll make the evening go very good.
Oh, this means war.
No, we'll get
Good
to
job
you.
you've moved, Mark.
Don't you worry, Margz. We'll get to you
You'll
next.
be fine.
We will get to you. Go on then, Alison.
So
Tell us how.
probably just over a year.
Just over a year. And how did you first darken the door?
So I started going to the community grocery
Fantastic.
connected to the church. Started using it, and then I volunteered in the grocery.
Great.
And then whilst I was in the grocery, and I was meeting everyone, and I was hearing how good the church was, and everyone kept asking me, was it gonna come? And everyone just seemed so caring and genuine that I thought, yeah, do you know what? I'm gonna give it a go.
Great.
And yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah,
love
fantastic. That's what we like to hear, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
but
it?
everyone needs to come.
To be honest.
Everyone needs
Are we
to come.
recording this?
Amazing.
Everyone's fantastic and amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Are you
No,
sure?
And
it
what
is
would you-
amazing because it's down to earth. I think the opinion you get of a church is it's very strict. People, it's a bit stuck up. People
You
got to sit
suspend
there. You
people
can't
for going to
move.
stag do's.
You suspend people for stag. Yeah, you can't eat. You can't do anything. Whereas I would say our church is very relaxed, non-judgmental. Everyone gives you a warm welcome. We all like a drink, I think, or two. Like
That's-
I think there's no, it's lovely. So yeah, everyone should come.
And how would you? It's like giggling girls in the background. I can't quite catch what they're saying, but they're saying something.
Yeah.
And so you came along to the Alpha course.
I did the Alpha course.
to-
I did the CAP,
to-
the Christians Against Poverty course.
Fantastic.
Very
And
good.
how
Yeah.
would you say? Your faith, your relationship with God, has that changed? Has that changed
It's
since
Done a
you've come
complete
along to church?
360. Yeah.
Go on, talk to us a little bit about
Um,
that.
So I was brought up as a Catholic.
Mhm.
My dad was Church of England. My mum was Catholic, but my dad supported my mum to bring us up as Catholics. But it was extremely strict.
Okay.
The priest used to knock on the door. I remember the priest knocking on the door and me and my brother running out the back door because my mum felt like she needed to tell him something naughty about us, as if we needed to speak of like confession. So she'd see him and she'd go, right, get in the living room, and then she'd go, right, you say this and you say that, and you'd be sitting there thinking, I haven't done nothing.
So you were making up things to
like-
tell the priest.
Yeah, little things like I didn't go to bed when I was
Okay.
told. So of course he come in and started to tell us off. So whenever we saw him coming, we just and my mum had me in choir.
I wonder why you didn't like church.
Exactly. Well, do you know what? We had 2 choir mistresses as well. We had to
Yeah.
go to choir twice a week. And do you know, like the child snatcher? We used to, round Stonyfield, they'd come looking for it. We used to hide, like, because my mum would be, you are going.
Yeah.
And then me and my mates would all go around Harrops Croft and everything, trying to just hide.
You're a
from-
local girl.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And so
definitely
what?
over
And so how's your faith? Yeah, that's what your faith started. That's the kind of environment you started in.
Yeah.
And how
Yeah.
how have you?
I think over the years, I got very disillusioned and did the whole, this is God's fault. If there was a God, all these things in the world wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
All these things to me wouldn't happen. So I got quite disillusioned about it all. My mum's always had her faith, always. And always said to me, you just need to pray. You just need to pray. And I remember saying to her, getting really frustrated with her, saying, but that's not going to sort it. That's not going to sort it. But now, as an adult, taking myself to church and what I've learned through Alpha and reading the Bible and like watching YouTubes on different things to do with that. Like I'm almost intrigued now to find out as much as I can.
Nice.
So, and I find now every day in the car driving to work, I talk to God almost like a friend and
Wow.
a father. I think when we were in church one week, it really touched me because I have my dad passed when I was 30. I was in my 30s, and one of you said, you know, he's everyone's father. He's your father. He's our father. And I thought, oh my God, I have got a father because he's all our father. So all these little things have just, it must be the right time
So good.
because
Yeah.
I'm accepting it.
Great.
And anything goes wrong, I pray.
Fantastic.
And I feel like things have definitely changed for me for the best in the last 12 months.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. Alison, you're
Wow.
getting some love at home as well. We love you, Alison.
Oh.
Tao says,
Oh.
Alison, you're a vibe, apparently. I don't know what that
You are
means.
a vibe. I get
You
that.
are a
I'm fully
vibe.
supportive of that.
Is that a
comment,
thing, is
Tal.
it?
That's a
Yeah.
Love Island
That is a
terminology.
Love
Is
Island
it?
term.
Yeah. What does it mean?
It means like
Vibe, like,
cool.
Yeah,
means
okay.
that she likes her, you see. That's why
Am
she's
I a
never said
vibe?
Bring a good
Am I a
vibe.
vibe,
You're
would
a
you say?
bad vibe.
I feel like a vibe.
Yeah, you look like one as well.
Margz, you can grab that mic a little bit now. Go on,
Oh,
pull it
can I?
over. You can. Go on.
Oh!
So tell us how you started coming along. Everyone at home, welcome Margz.
Yeah.
We can welcome Margz here as well. It's nice to have you with us, Margz. Margz, how did you start coming along to the church?
Kind of a bit like Alison. I came to Emmanuel through the community grocery.
Right.
This community grocery is good, isn't
Got a
it?
There's a
lot
theme.
to answer
It's got a
for,
lot
hasn't it,
for-
this
I know.
community?
I know.
The scene's not gonna last.
And yet, so I started using the community grocery and just really for somewhere to shop and somewhere to go and have a natter and stuff like that. And I'd turned away from, if you like, not religion, organised religion many years ago, for personal reasons. But I was always a little bit lonely and a little bit lost, and I didn't feel that I had enough about me to do the whole Christian thing on my own, even though I tried to be a good person. And then there was a Christmas event, and all the community grocery members got an invite, and I thought, oh, well, do you know what? I'm going to give this a go. And I went along on my own, terrified, didn't know what to expect.
What was it scary because you were going to a place like
It's the unknown, isn't it?
the unknown of going to a church and not knowing how it's going to be?
Had you seen Tom online already? Is that what
Yeah,
it was?
that definitely would have made you nervous.
To be fair, no, I hadn't met Tom at that point.
I'm only messing. Sorry, forgive me.
Go on.
Yeah.
Just
Um,
ignore him though.
I'll
Just ignore him,
yeah.
Margz.
Yeah, I'll
We
try
all
and
try.
ignore
It's
you
easy.
too. No,
It's easy.
it was
It's
scary
easy.
because I kind of felt like I was taking a bit of a leap of faith.
Okay.
And was this going to work for me? Also, I'm on my own going into this place of worship full of people who I don't know what they're going to be like and what the vibe is going to be like. I don't know anything about
It's a
it.
good
I'm
vibe, innit?
Yeah, I was scared, but
Yeah,
I
of
thought,
course.
no, do you know what? I need to do this.
Yeah.
And I went along and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was, like Alison said, it was dead relaxed. Everybody was literally horizontal. There was no, there didn't seem to be any
That was a
hierarchy. Yeah,
I wasn't there.
there didn't seem to be any hierarchy. And everybody just seemed to be in tune with each other.
Mm.
And I really liked that. Then it was the Christmas break. And so I didn't know what was happening over Christmas. And then I was on Facebook one Sunday morning between Christmas and New Year, and I got a notification to say that Emmanuel Baptist were live. So I thought, oh, click on that. So I was watching away, and so I'm still sitting in bed watching it, and quite enjoying it, to be honest. And then at the end, Tom said, oh, well, we're having coffee in the new hall, which is the old hall because it's 30 years old.
Yeah.
We're having coffee. Everybody welcome, come along. And I've never been so quick out of bed, leggings on, sweatshirt on, coat on, and off up the road for a cup of coffee in my life.
So you hadn't come to the service.
No.
You watched the service online,
Yeah.
Wow.
and then you thought,
I'm going for
I'm
that.
just going to go and
You
flag a
thought-
free cup of tea.
I haven't got any
Oh.
biscuits in. I'll
No.
make my way down to Emmanuel.
Yeah.
I've run out of tea.
No, I
Yeah.
love
Do
that.
you know how
I
new
like
And
that.
I
that
remember,
new
I remember
hall
you
is?
coming and
Yeah.
saying that. You turned up and you said, "I was just watching and I wanted to come along." You
Yeah,
invited
and
me
I
for a
did.
coffee, and
I
I
didn't know that.
New hall,
So
new
good.
hall since the whole time I've
And
been there.
that was the start of it, really. And I've never, there's been a few times when I've not been able to. I'll try and get to church most Sundays because I enjoy it so much. And sometimes I can't go because I'm not well or whatever. And if it's online, I'll watch it online instead. But I much prefer to come in person.
Yeah.
Because I love to give you two a load of stick.
You do.
as well.
Margz, in most churches, if you
Margz
don't
heckles
normally
us
go
from
to
the front.
church, most churches, no one sits on the
Yeah.
front row, but obviously Margz wasn't aware of that, so she sits on the front row and just heckles us.
She
Yeah.
was.
Margz thought
Just
it was
gives
a
us-
comedy club.
Yeah, she just thought it was a two. Well, it
She
is a
slowly
two-way
pulled me from
conversation,
the
isn't it?
back to the front
That's it.
row.
Yeah.
Mia's on the front now as well.
Yeah.
This is basically what it feels like on Sunday morning, isn't it? Having these women on the front row.
Standing there,
Yeah,
heckling
yeah,
us,
yeah,
muttering
basically.
to each other. We can't hear them.
Yeah.
But then, like Alison, I did the Christians Against Poverty course.
Yeah.
What else have I done?
You done Alpha?
Did Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've done something else. Well, I can't
The
remember
Bible
what.
thing with Tim. What did you do with the
Don't
reading?
know. Done all kinds of stuff. But
Did-
yeah,
And have you, how's your faith changed? And I'm hoping it's been positively impacted by coming along to Emmanuel. It's not always the story, but I do hope. I
No,
hope so.
it really has, because to begin with, before I came along to Emmanuel, I felt very isolated and alone.
Mm.
I didn't feel as though I had anyone to share my faith with.
Yeah.
And so being part of a like-minded group of people who will always try to do good and always try to walk the way that God would want us to walk and walk the right path.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do. I feel like my faith has been really, really strengthened.
So good.
Yeah, and you were baptized, weren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did Alpha, and I decided after doing Alpha, it was sort of around the back of my mind. I was thinking of baptism, but I was a little bit skeptical. So I did Alpha, which I would love to do again, because I still think there's more to explore with Alpha.
Mm.
Um,
For anyone watching who doesn't know, Alpha's like an introduction to the Christian faith, but it is
Yeah.
the kind of thing you can do a few times, because I think
yeah,
it's you pick up different stuff every time you do it, because you're in a different place and God seems to speak through it. So
yeah.
you can do it a few times, especially if you fail, Margz, like you did. We let you have a second attempt
Yeah.
at it.
Hate is a very strong emotion.
This is Love Island tonight,
Yeah.
not Hate Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
and then
Margz.
after Alpha, I decided to literally, well, not literally, but take the plunge.
Yeah, very
'Cause
good.
Yeah, I didn't quite take the plunge, but and I was really, I felt very welcome and very part of the Emmanuel community and everything it stands for.
Love
Yeah.
it. Fantastic.
Yeah, and we've got a baptism coming up, and
We
I
have?
don't know whether I can.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
can
yeah.
say,
So-
you can say.
Do you want to say?
I'm going to get baptised in September.
That's
yeah.
exciting.
isn't it?
Yeah, can't wait.
We've got 4 or 5 on the list
Yeah.
that day,
Five,
haven't
that
we?
is now,
5 on the list.
Five on
Wow.
the list, yeah.
Can't
It's
wait.
good stuff, isn't it?
You
Good
don't want to
stuff.
go last, though, do you? Because it'll be a bit muggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want
Go
to
first.
Yeah.
always
It's
shower
all
the night
about
before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
lucky.
So
Walked
who's
off.
Alan? Have you got any questions you'd like to ask this young lady next up?
So, how
Yeah.
did you start coming to the church, Joy?
I think everybody knows I've been on before, but
Yeah, we've had Joyce on before, haven't
I've
we?
been going to the church since day dot, as you may
You were
know.
born there.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum took me as a baby.
Your mum
Yeah.
took me as well. so-
And then when I was a teenager, I wasn't really
Yeah.
interested. I didn't want to go. And I started going out with Alan, and my mum was like, why don't you get Alan to come to church? Because I didn't want to go to church.
Yeah.
And anyway, he
She
went
was
to
a
keep my mum
nuisance, wasn't
happy.
she?
Yeah.
And then the rest is history.
Here we
I
are.
was running away, and he dragged me back.
That's it. Very good. Well done.
Now
Alan.
I'm running away.
And finally,
Mia.
Mia's been coming to. You started coming to church before me, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
much
Absolutely
before me?
before you.
I don't know. I was about 6.
So you're about
Yeah.
6. So you started
Oh.
coming to what? How did you first come along?
I was coming by myself
Was it
to
kids club?
the kids club
Yeah.
Kids club,
Friday. Yeah.
Very good.
Fab.
And then I think I was about 10 when I started to come to church by
Yeah.
myself. And then I remember sitting at the back, and I think you and Emma were singing the first time I went.
Very
and I
good.
literally sat there.
Lovely
like,
voice.
And she
Lovely
came
singing
back
voice.
listening to yous.
Peter-
And I actually came back.
It's
And
where
I
the Peter
I was
Andre-
doing. I was singing
Peter Andre
"Mysterious
look
Girl."
comes
Was
from.
that?
Yeah, that's the name.
Okay, go on. And so so you've been coming along since
Yeah.
then, really, which is amazing. And
yeah.
kind of one of the first times that your family came along to church was recently, wasn't it? Because
Yeah.
they came along when you got baptized,
Yeah.
so they
Yeah.
came along to see what this
Yeah.
was all about.
Because for weeks they were convinced I was joining a cult.
Okay. And were they convinced afterwards that you weren't? That's the key question.
Yeah, no,
Good.
eventually we
Yeah.
were able to convince them I wasn't
It's all
doing
It was
family,
lov-
isn't
It was
Yeah, I
lovely
think
to
we
meet your
joined a cult.
family.
Yeah,
And it was really supportive of them to come out that
Yeah.
day, and I thought it was fantastic.
yeah.
Really
I
good.
was nervous to have them there as
Yeah,
Yeah,
of
yeah,
course.
course.
Yeah, and a couple of Sundays ago, you shared a little bit about something that God had been doing in your life recently, and I thought that I know I'm making you nervous sharing this now, but if you wouldn't mind, that would be ace, because I think for people at home that would be really good.
Yeah. So basically, for a while, I suffered bad with anxiety. Really get so nervous, but I put a front on, and I'm the most confident person in the world. And I went to Limitless, and I think after Limitless, I was able to like stand at the front, joining and singing the worship songs. stuff
Cracking
like
voice,
that.
Mia. She's got a cracking voice.
I won't go that far, like. But yeah, I think that it's definitely helped me with my anxiety as well as being around a load of people who are literally just there to support me.
Fantastic. Great. Good. It's so good to have you in the bar.
I know. Actually, old enough, Tom. Do you feel old yet?
You're what? Because
Do
you're
you feel
old enough
old?
to be
'Cause
in
I'm old enough to
Finnegan's.
be
How
coming
old
to
are
your
you
work.
now, Mia?
I'm 20.
20. Hang on.
Oh,
Hang on, what was that?
I got a text.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So maybe it's not a text, maybe it's yes, okay.
It's not a picture of Ray's feet, is it?
No.
Like,
So
Ray's.
tell us what it is.
Love
Let me just say
Island
quickly, one
fans.
second. Ray's put a comment in saying Tom is a mysterious boy. It's good if he keeps winning the Nugget of the Week.
Yeah,
So we
'cause
should
we
give
just
him,
keep giving
give
him
him the
beer
same
mats.
one.
Yeah.
Cracking, great at
Sorry.
harmonies. That's what Ray said. Great at harmonies.
So Tom
Yeah,
has
go on.
never watched an episode of
Never.
Love Island.
Never.
Explain to
Never.
him, hashtag, where's he been? Hashtag, what's it all about?
Explain it to him. So, all right. So, if you're at home and you've not seen Love Island like me, tell us what it's all about. Why are we even talking about this?
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
What is it?
What is it? What is it?
12 sexy singles.
You're not selling it to me already.
Yeah.
Selling it to me.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
What is it all about?
It's for me, right?
Oh,
It's,
it feels like you're about to try and make it sound like it's not trashy. Go
Yeah,
on.
I was about to say,
No, it
Go on.
definitely
it's
is.
just it's very trashy,
Yeah.
but it's just true escapism.
Is it?
It
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It's escapism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people are trying to find love, are they? Is that how
Yeah,
it works?
so-
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that could be argued, but there's also a £50,000 prize at the end of it.
Ah,
So-
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're influencers. They want to get brands.
Yeah.
It starts
Every
at
one
like
of them
12
looks
people and
amazing.
slowly expands and decreases.
Yeah.
And everyone
Depends on
looks like me,
couples.
do they? Like,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
this.
Everyone
Yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
you and Alan.
No, Tom, I'm sorry. I'm going to be the honest one here.
Yeah.
No, none of them look like
Oh.
you.
It don't look as good, mate.
I've never seen the
Yeah,
show,
look,
so
it's
that could be a compliment. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it is
That
a
could be- I'll
compliment,
take it as a
mate. It is.
No,
compliment.
it's not.
You'd keep on watching it if you watch
Is it?
it.
Is it addictive TV?
Well,
Yeah,
So
it is.
It's
You
a bit.
say they're in there for love, but
And they look very
really
nice.
they're in there for fame, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're just trying to get
I
famous.
think they're in there
They're
for fame.
they're
and
all-
love.
They
They're all
probably
after
are, but it's
fame
still
and 50K.
entertaining.
Yeah, but it is very entertaining.
It's entertaining.
is.
See, we did watch a bit of maybe something a bit similar. We watched the early series of Married at First Sight.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
love
yeah.
that.
So
Love
the
that.
first series of Married at First Sight was like a proper scientific experiment
Yeah.
where people actually got married,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
they showed like the,
Aftermath.
how it worked or didn't work, as the
Yeah.
case may be.
Yeah.
And for
Actually
some
did.
people, it did. I think a
Yeah.
couple
Some
did
they
get
did.
married, and it did
Yeah.
work.
And
But-
there have been
They-
marriages from Love Island.
There have,
yeah.
Have they?
And babies.
There have,
Like
yeah.
still,
Yeah.
couples
Yeah.
still going.
That have.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like Big Brother House, but for really nice looking people.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
Instead
you've
of
got
ugly, Big Brother House.
so they're
Yeah.
dating basically. They're dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But is it set up for people to
They couple
succeed?
Definitely.
They
Do
so-
they
couple
want them to
They
get
couple
together,
up,
or
they
do
don't.
do they want people
choose
to
or,
like?
or the audience choose?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they couple up.
What the audience chooses who goes with who?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Or who's the most popular?
Yeah.
It's basically the audience chooses who goes home, and anything after that is their own choice. Well, unless it's staged.
All right.
It's like
I
sitting
imagine.
in a cafe and looking out the window and watching the world go by. But it's the
Okay.
craziness.
This year, for the first time, though, didn't they? At the very beginning, the audience
Audience.
put the couples together.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Audience.
Yeah.
They didn't choose themselves.
No, at the
'Cause
very
that's
beginning,
normally happens.
Yeah.
they
doesn't
went
it?
in and they said the public have voted for you two to be together.
because I don't watch it, Tom, but inevitably it's on the telly.
I love it when you say that. Oh, I
Yeah.
don't
I
even
don't
watch
watch
it.
He
but it's
doesn't, he
just-
hates it.
Alan's got a TV in every single room, so he could go
I end
anywhere
up-
else.
I end
But he
up-
chooses
I
to
end
watch it.
up upstairs, and then inevitably I fall asleep because I'm like
He
lying
hates
on the
it, he
bed
does
watching.
hate it.
I don't like
Yeah.
Love Island.
Okay.
Can't be bothered.
My
with
dad
it.
used to watch it.
He comes in and then he just starts. State of it, what are they doing? And he just moans the whole time. So I
I
go,
do moan
get
all
out
the
the
time.
room and go.
Same
go
as
watch
What is it
not.
that you're moaning about though? Because
life?
Because it's so staged.
oh
is.
yeah,
Some of
Says
it
it
Yeah.
must be on BGT.
yeah, he's
It's so staged.
He didn't get too far though, did he? To be
No.
fair?
It's so
You're getting
staged.
proper battered
I
tonight.
don't care.
I'm gonna stay
It's
quiet.
so staged.
It
Yeah.
is.
And you know that they've said, the producers have said to them, go over there and have this conversation with them.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Well,
I
you
don't
know
like
that's
that.
happened because it's happened to
Proper,
you.
really,
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
staged. That's what does my
I mean,
head
it's
in.
like when the girls,
And they fall out, but they don't really fall out.
No.
No.
when they're getting ready of a night, the girls spend hours and hours and hours getting ready to
Joyce
go out
does.
and sit down on a day bed.
Yeah.
Joyce
I mean,
does.
would you? I'd rather have my jammies on and a cup of Horlicks.
I
I don't
remember.
know, I did that like 2 weeks ago.
I
didn't
remember.
Oh, we don't have to bring this on.
I remember.
You know
She
what? How
used
do you
to
know what
take
he's gonna say
Because
straight
I'm
away?
there.
Yeah.
5 hours to get ready to go
Wasn't
out.
that
Go
long?
It was longer, probably. I'm actually under exaggerating.
Stop being ridiculous.
It was just forever. Honestly,
Okay. It's
we'd only
okay.
go out for half an hour.
Did you
Look-
feel good?
Look at the
though?
face on it.
She's not happy with you.
I
I
don't
don't-
feel good, yeah.
I
should
don't
say-
feel-
And I look better than him.
Joyce, you
For
should
this?
say you can't
It's not
rush
better than this.
perfection.
Not
No,
possible.
no, no.
Yeah.
You can't rush
Uh,
perfection.
Did you hear
Yeah.
Impossible. Impossible. Look
This
at
is-
this. This has took months.
Exactly.
that? No, that's took years. Love.
It's still not perfection. You're still trying to get there.
Jack's telling us. Jack, our producer, Jack's. He's
hasn't
not here,
turned up.
but he says he's watching.
Well done, Jack.
Oh, thanks for that,
Do you know
Jack.
what?
Cheers, Jack.
Yeah, he was, we phoned him and he'd just been asleep all day. And I was like, "You coming, mate?" He was like, "Won't get there in time now."
Too tired.
Does Jack
I
take
d-
his ass off to go to sleep?
I don't.
I
I
don't
don't
think so.
think so. I don't think he does.
I don't
I don't
Well,
think he
actually,
does.
he came to church last week, didn't he, without his hat?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
you
very
missed
good.
it.
I missed
I
that.
wasn't well, was I?
Okay. What else do I need to know then?
Hang on,
What's
hang on.
this thing with the text message? Why is Alan? People are saying, "Why is Alan text messaging?" Is that because that's
Is that people
something
who don't watch Love Island?
they're
Obviously.
saying? Who's obviously not. Who's Alan texting? That's what the people are saying.
Don't know.
I've
I don't
got a text.
I don't know what network he's
I've
on.
got a text.
Go on. What?
So, this is the best one. Movie night is
Yeah.
a highlight each year. What is movie night and why is it so good? Hashtag the camera never lies. Hashtag fireworks. Hashtag Judgment Day. Oh,
Judgment Day.
It's
Oh.
the best
Wow.
one of the
That's
whole
the best
thing, isn't
episode
What
it?
of the
movie?
whole
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
Because you're not selling it to me so
Sorry,
far.
so
But
the-
what's
so-
this? Is this
so we
gonna?
need
It's
to
not a
explain.
real
Come on, movie night.
It's not a real movie night.
Okay.
It's like a load of
Explain
scenes.
Casa.
It's after
Yeah.
Casa.
They go into this
So-
house.
Casa.
so
What
what's
is
Casa?
Casa?
They
So
Tom
go,
you're
doesn't
talking
know, don't
another
forget.
language
Oh,
here.
right, okay.
they go into these houses, and one's called Casa, and one's
Spanish for
the
house,
villa.
isn't it? Casa.
Casa
Yeah. Casa
Amor.
Amor.
Casa More.
Casa Amor.
House of
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Well
go.
done,
This is-
Hey.
this is my-
Hey.
This is your Tory upbringing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Spanish.
Beautiful
Well done.
and clever.
Hey, beautiful
Look at
and
that. You
clever.
don't often get a
Normally
full,
don't get both.
full
Yeah,
package.
no.
So basically,
Yeah, go on. Yeah.
they do shady things
Oh.
in either house.
Yeah.
And
For the
on
older
movie
people,
nights-
it's like two timing.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
And
They
on
put them
movie
with other
night,
men,
they
or the
basically
men with other
expose it.
women, and see if they'll
This-
prefer them to the ones they've got.
Yeah.
This show.
It's a bit like
Yeah.
the Garden of
It's
Temptation.
harsh. It's
This is why.
harsh.
This sounds terrible.
That's why I don't like it.
It is very harsh.
So,
They
so they're just
basically
trying to
just
stir the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just put
Yeah.
temptation in their way.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But you do shout at the telly.
Temptation.
You
But
do
then the
shout.
Oh,
movie night
yeah.
I shout at the
Because
telly.
Yeah.
I
and
shout
I
at the
get
telly.
told to be quiet.
Okay.
But
All
you
right.
do judge.
Yeah, so they basically split the men and the women up.
Yeah.
And one of them will
Oh,
go
I
to
know
Casa
so much
Amor,
about this.
Yeah.
whichever group,
Yeah.
men or women. And then they bring a load of other women in to the
Yeah.
men and a load of men into the women.
Oh, this is
And
horrible.
the only way the men or the women who come in can stay on the show is if they couple up with one of them.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're all eager to get.
So
This
they're
is
all eager to
horrible.
rob someone's couple.
Oh.
no, they can't. They
Couple.
can't change. They can't like stick with the person
Yeah.
they're with.
No, you can't
Oh,
stick with them.
stick.
But then
It's like
that
stick or
person goes
twist.
old.
Stick
Yeah.
or twist.
Yeah.
Well, they take a
This is-
gamble when
yeah.
they're in Castlemore. They take a gamble if you like, vibe with somebody and they decide,
Vibe.
well, do I take a chance with this one? But
Yeah.
I've got this one back in the original villa.
Yeah.
Is she going to be waiting for me, or is she going to couple up with
Oh,
somebody
it's
else?
horrible. This.
Yeah,
This
but
is
bear in
horrible.
mind-
It's horrible.
Bear
It's
in
horrible.
mind, they've only known each other
Yeah.
about a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're in
And then-
love.
Yeah.
They are in
It's
love.
Love Island.
But-
Yeah,
Exactly.
They're exclusive.
But
They're
do you know what?
exclusive.
It might be horrible, but it's great
It's
TV.
great
It is.
I know, but
Okay.
imagine it happening to
Oh
you.
no, you
Oh.
wouldn't.
No,
Well, you wouldn't go on, would you? You sign up for Love Island, you know what
I know, but imagine it happening if you were on it. Imagine it happening
yeah,
to you.
well,
It'd be
you know
horrible,
what you're
wouldn't it?
on it
The more
I'd be the one to
negativity, the
twist.
better the brand. Again.
Yeah.
Why
Get
is
more
it?
famous.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
famous, more famous.
It's
Yeah.
funny, isn't
It's
it?
in.
Bigger
People,
deals.
what people love a
Yeah.
bit of negativity,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Wow.
And so on,
I
Yeah.
should
Gets
be
the
brilliant.
viewings
Yeah.
up.
Movie night
on
just
movie
exposes
nights.
it.
on movie
Oh,
night,
movie
it's a
nights
bit
is
of an
Oh,
ex-
movie
yeah,
nights.
Oh,
it's a
mate,
bit
so
of
we-
an
that's
even
just
one-
Castlemore. We haven't got to movie night yet.
So they film all the shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
And then they have movie night when they all get back together.
Yeah.
And so say I was with Alan.
I know what it's going to
And
be.
then I went to cast
With
it and got
you.
with someone else.
Yeah.
They'd show Alan, me with someone else on the big
So
screen.
the movie night is
everyone to
basically
watch.
blowing everyone
yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Look at you loving it. Do you know what?
You know the
Do you know what? I can feel some church discipline coming on now.
the problem
We're
I've got
also
with it.
suspended.
So I say suspensions are coming up plenty.
You can't suspend me. I've been there longer than
You-
you.
You know the
I feel
problem.
a three game suspension. That's what I'm
It makes
thinking.
us more
The problem
You
I've
can't
got with it,
suspend
so
me. You don't have authority over me. I've
See,
been
this
in
is
there
what's
longer than you.
happened,
Oh,
isn't
there
it?
you
The
go.
problem I've got with it is
Go on.
when back in the day when I became a Christian when I was like 16, so 40 years ago, right? There was this thing called Judgment Day, right?
Oh, no.
And we were sort of led to believe
I'm having to
that
take these
what
toes
was-
off.
No.
My arms aren't half sweaty.
We were led to believe that what would happen is on Judgment Day, Jesus would come back. We'd all go to heaven. But then what he'd do is everyone would stand before him and he'd play a screen of your life and all the things you'd done wrong.
To be fair.
Sounds
Right.
a bit like
To be
movie
fair,
night.
I always worry
That's what I
about
mean.
getting to heaven and my mum seeing the big screen.
Yeah, my mum's going to be there. It's going to be awful. Oh, I can't repent enough.
My mum's going to see all my sins.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All them Rob sweets from Woolies in the
Funny
square.
enough, when we-
All that.
I'm
Yeah.
so glad my mum doesn't come to church with me.
in our WhatsApp
So there's-
group the other night when we were we watch it and we're chatting away at the same time, and I went, do you know what? I said it really makes me cringe because all these young people, they're all young people, they're all in their 20s,
They're all around the same age
early-
as me.
yeah, they're all about
Okay.
20.
Yeah, 20 odd. Yeah.
All their mums, dads, and grandparents are watching what they
Yeah.
get up to.
Yeah.
So,
Shocking.
why I was-
so
You know,
let's talk. Let's talk a little bit then about.
Look at
'Cause
Tom's
that's
face
not-
of disgust.
No, I'm just intrigued. Because if those people genuinely are going for love,
Yeah.
and I think everyone wants to be loved,
They
don't
do,
they?
yeah.
But the problem with that is it's all like those people aren't being loved unconditionally,
No,
are they?
No.
No.
There's like an element.
There's always there could be someone better
Yeah.
Yeah.
that I could make a Netflix series with or something like that.
Yeah.
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 And so it is. So that's. I mean, which obviously we're saying that makes great TV,
But
Yeah.
it's not.
But in terms
great
of
life, is it?
not
Like-
great life.
It's
Oh.
cruel and unkind.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
And
And-
two of them, yes, you were talking about being a power couple, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were just
Wow.
sitting there, and I don't
What you
think
call
thought
a power
anyone
couple
could
would be
listen,
the
and they were saying,
person
"You're
who's
so
gonna get
good looking, and
together
I'm so
outside."
good looking.
Mhm.
We would make a great power couple
Right.
when we get out of here."
They're
But
all
it's still.
very
It's still.
modest.
They're
It's,
all very egotistic.
Yeah.
so what? So
Modest.
maybe they're not looking for love, but a lot of people are looking for love, aren't they? That's the
There are
thing.
some.
If everyone's
Well,
if that's something that every human being is looking for,
Yeah.
what do you make of that, Al? Is someone's phone on? Have you got a little bit of volume on there?
fixing it.
Turn your
Maybe
phone
I
off.
Yeah, that's what I thought was yours.
Oh, no, it wasn't
Some
me.
contestants have left
That's
because
Well,
they
I'm
went in for love, and the first twist they couldn't handle it because they had fallen in love. So they left
That was in the
because
last
they couldn't- Yeah.
series, I
Yeah.
think, or the
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
before,
Really
wasn't it?
cool.
There was
So
a
there has
woman
been
in
people who were
particular.
genuine.
Yeah.
They've walked out because they can't handle.
You can't handle when
Yeah.
it's not the real deal.
Yeah.
I mean, I think at the heart of everyone, every human
Mm.
wants to be loved.
Mm.
I think that's something within us. We want to be liked. We want to be loved. And I guess the Christian message is that there is a God that loves us all unconditionally. Like you said, that's the thing. He's not looking for someone better.
Yeah.
to crack on with.
Because that would be
you
the
know what I
terror.
mean?
That would be the terrifying thought, wouldn't it? If love was like that with God,
Yeah.
and it's the best people. I mean, obviously,
Well, he
we
clearly-
look pretty good in these shirts, but you'd be surprised. These
Yeah,
aren't.
we'd be okay.
I feel
These
scarred
aren't
after
real, are
tonight.
they? These aren't actually real.
No,
these
this is a bit
shirts.
like
I don't think
Love
I'm gonna. I
Island.
think
It's
I'm
not
gonna have
real.
nightmares.
And
from
we
that
all-
t-shirt.
I think the thing is, we all put on our best show, don't we?
We do, yeah.
We all
At
put on our
times.
best show, but then the reality is we're all like a bit squishy, or like,
Yeah.
or a bit. There's stuff about us that isn't lovable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That isn't, and so you feel that in a program like that, or in relationships generally, people. Once people get to know one another, they might bin them off because they're not.
Yeah,
the re-
but,
So how?
yeah, but Margz, how long have you been married?
Oh, wow.
Me, 38 years.
38
38 years.
Yeah.
38 years. And so picking up on that,
Yeah.
in all that time, it can't have all been roses, can it?
No. There's been quite a bit of manure in there as well.
Yeah. Well, you need that to make the roses better, don't you?
No, it's ups and downs, and it's it's hiccups, but you just
and issues and problems,
Yeah,
and life throws
everything,
curveballs
yeah.
at you and all that kind of stuff. And yet there's the commitment that's kept you together for 38 years, you know. So you're
And that the love for 38 years. I'm guessing it's not all like amazing. Like
it's
I
not-
feel,
well, no, because you get past all the fluffy bit,
yeah.
and it starts to become
easy.
It starts to become real,
Yes.
and
Are you trusting me? Okay.
love changes.
It does, yeah.
It does, and it's just I think there's you can still be romantic and have romantic times and go out for date night and all stuff like that. But then you know what? There's other times when you just want to go, just leave me alone. I want to
Kill you.
curl up and just leave me alone. I want to curl up
I know.
and just have
Because
some
Tom was
time on
talking
my own.
about as
Oh.
you get to know people and you know the stuff, that's when in the likes of that show it might be the superficialness of it. might
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, to be
what-
fair, when I'd only been married for what? How long have you been married, Tom?
15 years now.
When I'd been married for 15 years, if
Yeah.
my husband sent me on my own on a bit Airbnb, I'd have been seriously worried. You know,
Yeah,
I'd have
I
been
know.
like, what do I need to
What's
do
that?
to
Yeah,
make this
I
right?
better up
I
my
mean,
game here. No.
The best.
I
I
mean,
think you need to wear that t-shirt.
Well, yeah.
Do you think?
the thing for us to kind of focus in on though is we talk about as you get to know people and the idiot and the bits and pieces that aren't so lovable and all that.
Yeah.
The thing about God is God knows that already.
God knows everything about us
already.
already.
And still chooses to love us the most.
Which is a game changer, that, innit? If that's true,
There's no
as we
shock.
found
There's no
it
shock
to
in
be.
God of what we're like.
Because like sometimes you go to church on Sunday and you sort of try and put your best,
Yeah.
try and be like,
Look
oh,
at We hide our bodies, me and Tom.
and I'm sure, and maybe we've been a stressful morning at
Yeah, yeah.
home, or the kids were shouting at, or whatever, and you try to be presentable. You feel like, oh, I'm going to church, I better,
Put me
look
game
proper and
face
all
on.
that. But
Yeah.
the reality is, God sees the best and the worst of us.
But he sees the worst of us before, not just before we sort of acknowledge him, even after.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people sort of come to faith, and it says, and there's a verse in the Bible that talks about while we were yet sinners, Christ died for us, right? But actually, that never changes. Do you get what I mean? That never changes in lots of ways. That never changes. A lot of people think I come to church and now I've got to be better. I've got to reach a standard now. You can't.
I think
that's why it's called grace and mercy.
and the transformation that takes place in our life, any of that comes from
God himself.
from God and from being in that relationship with him, where he knows everything
and,
and he works
security
within
of
you
that
and changes you.
Knowing that, nobody's perfect. We're all going to make mistakes, and yet he still loves us and accepts us, and fights on our bats for us. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
He's still our supporter. He's not like all of a sudden, oh, Alan's a wrong 'un.
Yeah, well, that's it, isn't it? That's
Yeah,
it.
there's no shock.
There's no
surprise.
And I think that's
No,
why
we wouldn't be surprised. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
that's why I struggle to, that's what I struggle to watch on programs like that, is because the bit that gets me when I watch it is when, it would be that movie night bit where they put the bit up and then they're cut to the face of someone who's
Yeah.
basically been cheated on or whatever, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And you just see that heartbreak where they feel that rejection.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
That-
savage.
Oh, it
yeah.
is savage.
And so
It
that-
is savage.
And
man.
that's what I think, obviously that's happening to people all the time
yeah.
when they're searching for love in life, and then they realize
Yeah.
it's and that heartbreak, and I guess that's what that human desire to be loved.
Yeah.
You can't almost find that in anyone reliably, because we make mistakes.
Yeah.
But in God, you can find that kind of,
We are
that's a
loved.
safe place, because God is like, I know all about you.
God is love. We are loved.
Yeah.
We'll always be loved, regardless if anyone else doesn't. Do you get what I
And
mean?
that is if you can get your head around that, which is hard, and I
Yeah.
think the Bible even says that's a hard thing to fathom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The breadth, the depth of the love of God. Like, then that is a secure place to live in it. But you see a lot of people who are living from that, like, oh, will they love me or will they love me? And I think in a good marriage, like 38 years, that's a good marriage. That's amazing. I'm not saying it's all been roses, but
No,
there's a
it's-
level of security there, isn't there? Where
Yeah,
you
yeah.
think
Yeah.
he's been with me this long, 38
It's not
years.
going
He's
anywhere.
It's not going anywhere.
yeah.
And me neither.
And that's a lovely feeling, I imagine. And that's, I guess, what we're saying, that you can find
In God.
in God.
Yeah. But also, like a good marriage that needs working at. So does your
I've got a
relationship.
text, guys.
Go on, go on. You finish
Carry
that
on,
thought,
carry on.
Margz.
Go on.
You
Carry
finish
on.
Oh,
that
no, I was
thought.
just going to say we need to work at our marriages and relationships, but we also need to work at our relationship with God as well, because it just doesn't happen.
Yeah,
You need to work at it.
definitely.
Mm.
And here we go. It says, Chris has said,
speak.
do you remember Alan? She said Alan, because she's obviously about to say something from an old thing.
Okay.
Alan, do you remember that singer Don Francisco from
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah, not half. Yeah.
What was
I
he
do
good?
remember
Was he
Don.
Christian,
he was
Christian
really good.
singer?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Really
He
good.
sang a song saying, was he really good or was he Christian good?
No, he's Christian good.
Yeah, like
but really good.
but
Christian
really,
good.
yeah, really good.
Like better than Matt Redman.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
so you get
very
what I mean?
good.
He was
So
like
Matt.
proper good.
So he sang a song. He said, "Love is not a feeling; it's an act of."
Of your
Oh,
will.
Joyce,
Yeah.
go on, give us a
I'm not
little
singing it.
rendition.
Sing it. Love is not a feeling. It's
No, don't
No,
you
it's
say
not.
that.
He was
Oh.
kind of folk. He wasn't country, but he was. Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what?
your name was.
That could be a
Tom's
that could be a
top
Tom's top tip.
tips.
That
Love
could.
is not a
Tom's
feeling. It's
top
an act of your will.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it wasn't your idea, Tom. Let's
No,
face
okay,
it.
well, I'm not claiming it now, but so what's he getting at there? Love is not a feeling; and it's an act of your will.
Tom, I've got a text.
Wait, one second, Mia. I'm just doing this first. Pipe down. You're already
down.
suspended for the next few weeks. Don't make it any worse for
We're
yourself.
not allowed
I was
back, are we?
suspended.
Joyce, what's he saying?
Sorry, I was just reading another text. My friend
Oh
from
my-
work texted, "Got to go. Love Island's on."
Ah!
Oh, go on then.
Go on,
Bye,
Pat.
everybody.
Right, everyone's off now.
Unbelievable.
Just got
You
nine.
watch it on catch
So now
up.
I've got to wait for you
If you
permission.
stay
It
for
probably
another
takes down, remember?
7 minutes, you won't have to watch the adverts.
Oh, there you go. Go
There you
on.
go.
We've not got. We're getting there anyway, aren't we?
Yeah,
So
no.
what?
Yeah, because we
All
want
right,
to
go
watch
on.
it. What are yours?
Yeah, go on then. All right, look, let's do this text, and we go on.
Thank you. Do I have the floor now?
Go on, you do, Mia. All right.
Okay, so Love Island fans, we've
All right.
got a test for you.
The only Love Island fans are you four now, because everyone
it.
else is watching it. But go on, here's a little test.
Well, let me finish.
Let's make this quick. Go on.
Anyway, there are different phrases used by our islanders. But
Okay.
do you know what they mean?
I'm not going to know what any of
Lingo,
this means.
hashtag everyone loves a quiz.
Look at
We've
Alan,
had
Alan
five,
trying to
haven't
do.
we?
Yeah.
We've had 5.
Let's make this our game this week then instead of
Yeah.
Linky. Do you know what? Linky's been going down a
there
storm,
we
but
go.
just for this week,
I
We'll
know,
mix
I
it
know
up.
you'll be disappointed.
so people will be disappointed.
We'll
Linky, I mean,
give Linky a miss this week.
people struggle because it's quite a, it's quite an intellectual
Highbrow.
game, but I feel
Highbrow
like we're
game.
educating people. It's
We are,
nice.
we are. We're putting
Tom.
in some.
Are you educated enough to play
Mia,
Linky?
well, I'm gonna mute me as mic now. There we go. I think we're all going to be happier with that. Good. Go on,
Okay,
okay. So
so
here's a test.
a bit of a test for you
Okay,
go
to
on.
see. So, what's on job.
If you can let us know what this means at
On
home as
job.
well. If you watch this
Means like
nonsense.
on track, on it.
On track. See, they
On
don't
it.
even know.
On job, on it.
I feel like Alan.
phrase you
They don't even.
Who researched for these questions?
Yeah.
That is it.
Someone who never watches it. Yeah.
Alan
job.
googled.
Alan googled
Love
and
Island
read the
quiz.
Cosmopolitan magazine. I'll have you
Right.
know.
So
And this was one of the questions.
so go on.
On job.
You're on
On
it,
job.
as in,
Like,
It's
on
not
it.
you're
quite.
grafting.
No. We'll
Chatting
get
up.
to Grafton.
Catherine says chatting up.
No.
On
No,
the job.
Well, it could be.
Could be a few things, couldn't it?
It's grafting.
Do you want me to
On
tell you
job
Go
what
on.
that
could
is?
be like,
Do you want me
Alright.
to tell you what on job is?
relationship.
Go on.
Yeah.
It says this: when an islander isn't in a solid couple and they actively grafting on other
We said
islanders
grafting.
We just
to
said
try and
grafting.
find out if they have a connection with them.
Yeah,
Usually
you got
involves
that.
talking to
Grafting.
lots of different people
We just said
at the same, or one particular person all the time.
Someone said Catherine said chatting up. Does she get a point for that?
Catherine gets a point for that. Yeah.
What about what
we
about
said
these here? Do they get
We
a?
said grafting. We
No,
actually used the
no.
word.
You did use the word grafting. They did.
All right,
I
you
meant
giving him a
on
point?
it as if,
I'll
like,
give them a
you're on
point.
it.
Yeah.
I got to be honest. We should be. Linky's better than this.
Linky's
Linky's
easier.
better. Go on then, do another one.
Okay. The ich.
Oh,
You
this
love
is
the
my
ich.
phrase.
Come on then.
This
Go on,
is my
Mia.
phrase.
Go on.
That t-shirt's giving me the
Those
Like,
two are giving
do you
me
know-
Hey, this t-shirt's making me feel great.
Sorry, Mia, go on.
Do you know them feet pics? They give me the ick.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
people's? So what is
the
it?
ick
Yeah.
is when you look at someone
Yep.
and they do something that makes you feel
Sick.
less
Sick.
love towards them.
Yeah.
Okay, put
So-
off. Someone's saying put
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
That
like,
kind
put
of
off.
thing.
Yeah.
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 I mean,
That's spot on for that.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean,
spot
so
on.
what? So I've seen this come up on social media, and it's like, is it like the red flags thing? Like,
Yeah.
what's your red
Yeah,
flags?
it gives you the
Yeah.
ick.
Gives you the
Oh, but again, so that could be someone like eating with their mouth open or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because years ago you'd say
Absolutely
that's vile. That.
Oh,
Now
Yeah.
it gives me the ick.
But can I just say something as well?
Oh.
If we're talking about love again,
Oh.
because true love, I think eventually you see all there are icks.
Yeah.
There's icks with Alan, isn't there, Joyce?
Hundreds.
That top
So
started
again,
as well.
if I'm talking
That
about
top and them tats.
if we're talking about the love thing again, there's something where eventually you go, there are icks, but there's still love,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unconditional.
And you can kind of like,
I wouldn't
look
know,
away.
guys. I'm too.
Yeah.
you
I wouldn't
can.
know.
I don't know whether to interject here or not. Whether
Sorry.
I'll get myself into more
Go
trouble.
on, carry on. What's the next one? No,
I think they just like nag on you that much that you're like,
Oh,
you
be
give in.
careful.
that's
Choose your
vice
words.
versa as well, I'm sure.
no, I don't.
Alan,
nag.
Uh,
choose your words
I
wisely.
can't nag a choice.
Let's move on. Look at
Okay, we'll
Joyce's
move on.
face
One
there.
now, before There's murder.
What
Got a
about-
glass in my hand.
Go on, look.
Sauce.
In
This
what
is
context?
what is this?
In
This
which
is getting
context?
worse.
No, I
this.
think you've been looking at the old Love Islands.
No. 2023.
Sauce. Well, that depends.
What? Yeah.
Anyone
are
at
we
home know
talking
what that
like
means?
Anyone know what
Catherine
sauce
seems to be
means?
pretty good. I don't know
Sauce.
what
Is
this
that
is.
just like the drama?
Like tomato
No.
Or
sauce?
are we going to go like sauce as in like saucy type sauce?
No,
You
it's
know
not
what I
No, it's
saucy.
not that.
Saucy.
No,
So,
sauce.
could it be like the drama of it?
Here we go.
No.
Catherine said like someone's style.
Yeah, it's sort
Oh,
of. It's
Catherine's
there.
get.
Catherine's
Do you know what we
smashing
said
this.
about Catherine on here
Yeah,
tonight?
Catherine's a big
Oh,
fan.
wait,
Yeah.
This isn't Love Island.
Sauce is like their
That's not a Love Island
personality
phrase.
and their character.
I don't think that's a Love
That's
Island.
not a Love
Yeah.
Island phrase.
Oh.
Well,
Okay.
Catherine knows it. So.
Here's one that definitely is.
Okay.
It is what it is.
It
That's
is
what it is.
what it
See,
is.
That's
Alan
my
says
life
this
motto.
all the time.
Yeah.
It is
Alan
what
says
it
it
is.
is what it is
Yeah.
all the
It
time.
It is what it
It
is.
is what it
When
is.
you get the ick,
Yeah.
put your money to them.
It
is
is
what
what
it
it
is.
is.
Oh wow! I like that one, Joyce.
So what? It's
Now you
like,
know why we call her Bob.
she
Dropping
drops
bombs
bombs
everywhere, yeah.
That's it. Yeah. So it's just it's when it. What is it though? It is when it. It is
It
what
is.
it
It's
is.
like
You
But
can
what
say
is it?
it's like
Yeah, get
tough.
on with
It is what it
It's a bit
is.
like-
It's
Like
Get
a
on with it.
Hakuna Matata.
It doesn't matter.
That's
It's
the
like, it is
line.
what it is.
It's happened, so
Get
get
on
on
with
with
it.
it.
Live with it.
I think that's Alan. Alan says that probably 5 times a day.
I live by that phrase.
You
That
say
phrase,
that,
like,
it is what it is.
It is. what
Yeah.
it
Okay.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
Okay,
Go on,
another one.
Go on. Is this the last one?
No, we're doing a couple
Oh
more.
please, Lord.
Pied.
Which?
Pied.
Pied.
I pie a lot of
Oh,
people.
like when you've got rid of someone's been
Yeah.
pied.
Yeah, so it's
gone.
like, say you went
See
to
ya.
kiss
Goodbye.
Joyce and she said no.
Yeah.
I've been pied.
You've been
You've
pied.
been pied.
So you've been binned off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Basically.
basically.
Pied. Is this a northern thing again, or what is this?
No,
Pied.
no,
No, it's because
This
of
is
that, like, boom, in
Love
the face,
Island.
isn't it?
This is
Like
Love
pied.
Island. But so
Pied
someone
is like if when they go to kiss someone and they go, oh no, it's too soon to kiss
Timid.
you.
pied
They've
off.
been
Pied
pied.
off.
Pied.
I
Okay.
pie people all the time. It's like a
Oh,
song.
Okay, all right, moving
What
on.
about, what about mugged off?
mugged off.
That's similar.
Like
Yeah.
a cob on in it. Like
Yeah.
Liverpool speak.
If you've
got
been
a
mugged
cob on.
off, it's like, say, you've actually been upset by a person. So you've been cheated on, is you've been mugged off.
Yeah.
It says here, being deceived or disrespected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've been cheated on, you've
You've been
been
mugged
mugged
Or
off.
off.
they'll,
Mugged
they'll
off.
say,
Okay.
oh,
He's
being
being
muggy.
muggy.
He's
Yeah.
mugged
Being
me off,
muggy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sal says Joyce wished she'd pied Alan.
Alan, that's all the pies, Sal.
Correct.
All right, go
Okay.
on, one more.
No, couple more. You shut up. Right.
Eat your nougat and be quiet.
Yeah, I know. Here.
No, Mom.
You sit over there,
mugging.
Tory Tom. With one
This
of
is
them.
all
Go
gone
on.
wrong.
Deliberately so he
Joyce, you got
knows.
your torch on, Joyce.
Okay.
On your
Factor
phone.
50.
Factor 50.
No, you have as well.
Back to 50.
Factor
Let me
50.
have a go then.
Okay.
Factor
You can see
50.
the answer.
Love.
Not the
Well, I'm
same.
not looking.
Oh,
Factor
right,
50
okay.
is when you get someone's mean to you, they burn you. Factor 50. You should have had factor 50.
No,
It's
not
like
quite.
you're
It's
laying it
close.
off it. You're being too cringy.
Yeah.
Is that what
There
it is?
you go.
Well done,
You're
Mia.
trying too hard.
Literally, someone.
Way too hard.
Yeah.
Literally.
It's factor 50.
Catherine is
Yeah.
on this. She just said laying it
Yeah.
on thick.
That was
Yeah.
Alan.
That's,
That
Laying it on thick, you
who's
just-
was
Catherine?
Alan back in the day.
Who's
Trying to-
Catherine?
He's trying to hard.
Catherine
Factor
Spears.
was, it
She's
give
all
you
over this.
Catherine Spears.
She
don't know
must
who she
watch
is.
this all the
Oh,
time.
Catherine's my mate.
Catherine Spears.
Ah.
It's the nail girl.
It
Are you
all,
nail
make,
girl,
it all
Catherine?
makes sense now. It all
Margz
makes
is there like,
sense.
who's Catherine?
Very good.
I should say to lose Catherine.
Yeah.
Well, she's all over this. Go on. Another
Okay,
one.
Grafton, which you've
Yeah,
alluded
yeah.
to.
Slayer.
Get
So
to know
quite
someone.
quid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying your hardest to get
Yeah.
with someone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Crack on.
Hello,
Crack
Mark.
on then.
Catherine
Go on then,
says.
get on with it.
See ya.
Crack
Crack
on.
on.
Crack on with
Crack
someone.
on.
Get
Eat,
on with it.
sleep,
Go
repeat.
on.
Okay.
I don't
Go
feel
be
like
with
you're
that
actually
other
giving a
person.
definition.
No,
You're just saying, go
it's
on,
like-
then crack on. Like,
Alright,
what is this?
Well,
on
because
then.
you're getting on my nerves. So I go on, crack on.
No,
Tie me off.
Get on with it.
And the
we
last
are.
one.
Last one, thank goodness.
Then we're playing Linky.
No, we're
And
not
the last
doing
one. Right.
Oh, we're not.
No, we're not. On paper.
That's
Me and
like-
those
You might
this.
type on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That means you,
Unfortunately, he's not.
yeah. That means you might type on paper. It's
It
like
means like
You
do know,
might
like,
type on
test
paper.
results? Do
Yeah.
you know like test results when you look at a test and you get the answers off one piece of paper, you put it on and you tick next your text.
I
in
don't
school.
think that's what it is at all, though.
No.
It
So
means-
what it is you are ticking all the boxes.
You're ticking all the
Ah.
boxes.
boxes.
However, it
Maybe
usually
not
means
really.
however, doesn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
it? It
Yeah.
usually means you
My type
should
of
be
paper
my
saw.
team, but
Yeah.
actually,
You're not, 'cause
in
you just don't
reality,
look at
I
me
don't
like
we
like
that.
you.
used to say
Yeah.
tall,
Catherine,
dark and handsome. Well,
what's
that's
your
like my
type?
You're
type on
checking up-
paper.
You're Tom's
Don't know what
Tom's
they're about.
everyone's
Catherine,
type on
yeah.
paper, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm
But
too
then,
young to say
I
it.
take-
In reality,
I take that as a compliment.
yeah, you would.
because you're southern.
That's how I've been living my life.
That's why you're so happy with your
Do you
life.
know what?
You think everyone loves you.
This someone's
Tom's getting
so-
slated
Emma's
tonight.
just said bring back Linky.
Yeah.
So you
No,
didn't think
just
it could
watch
get
Love
any
You know
worse.
Island.
what?
Didn't
You know
think
what?
it could get
That
any
could be
worse.
that could be comments of the week. That one. Huh?
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen any.
I think it's time for a story.
Okay.
Which
What about
ones are
Tom's
you
top
already
tips
on the?
first?
No, I'm not doing that.
You're not doing Tom's top tips this week, no.
Which ones of you are already on the wall? Who's
I'm
on the wall? Margz
I
on
live
the
here.
wall.
I own the wall.
Alan tried to bar Joyce, but it didn't work.
No.
It did not work.
She locked herself
I'm
in.
the landlady. Get
So
out of
Joyce
my
is
pub.
staying.
Get out of my
So I think we need a story from Alison.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to go tonight. So Alison, just to let you know,
You're for the whole team here.
this is for the whole team.
So you get me on the wall,
Yeah.
otherwise we're
So if it's a good story, you're
you
going
get
on.
us barred,
Good
that's the end
story
of it.
on the wall. Bad story, you're barred.
Okay.
So
Go with
it's the thing is,
Yeah.
Alison,
Do that
Okay.
one.
you've already been suspended from church now off the back of this.
And I might lose all my
So
friends
you
as
don't
well.
want to be barred from Finnegan's as
No.
well.
This is the only sanctuary left for
This
you.
is the only. Yeah.
Okay, this is it.
So, okay.
This is it.
So
Okay, that's what you want to
Okay,
call
here
go
we
on,
go.
Alison. Go. Oh,
So-
can we just say though, Alison? can I just say, everyone who comes on this podcast, everyone has written a book.
Oh,
And tonight is no different.
Oh,
Alison has just released a book.
has she?
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been living under a rock.
A journal.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a journal.
It's a journal.
The book's on Amazon.
Is it?
It is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Go on,
This
tell us
week,
about the
I
book
need
then,
to buy a
Alison.
book.
We need to put the link up in
Yeah,
the
we
comments
do.
eventually.
Yeah.
the week.
Please do
Yeah,
one
we'll
for
stick
me,
it up.
please.
Go on,
Thank you.
tell us what it's about,
Yeah.
Alison, your book.
Okay, so a bit like Mia, I've always suffered with anxiety. I always have, but I've got high functioning anxiety. So with me, it's I've got to do stuff and I've got to do it all the time and I can't stop. So what I thought, and I also do counselling outside of the job that I do, usually with young children. And the last child that I had, I didn't have anything to give them to write in, but also the book that they had that their parents had got for them. Once I opened it, it was just full of stuff. It was plastered with superpowers and I thought, no. When someone's got a busy head, they don't need a busy book. They just
Okay.
need something simple. So yeah, I created a gratitude journal, which basically gives exercise to breathe, also, and then to look at things every day and say, okay, what hasn't gone so well? What has gone well?
Wow.
And what would I say to myself, or what would I say to my friend to get them to feel better about themselves?
So good.
So it's like a journal for them to do that every day.
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
Fantastic,
it
isn't it?
almost mirrors
I
an
could
exam
benefit
and
with one
type
of
there, doesn't it?
On, yeah, there's a sort of
There's a way of praying.
go on, say a little
Yeah.
bit about that, Alan.
There's a way of praying which is very similar. It's called examine, where you kind of think about the day.
Yeah.
And what was good, what wasn't so good, and what can I do, to
Yeah.
kind of,
And it's
And
little
it's
achievements,
very similar.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like I say to everyone, and it's so little, but just making your bed. Only
Mm.
doing that. The
Joyce
minute-
says that to me
Oh,
every
it
day.
is. Well, yeah, as much as it makes everything tidy, but knowing that you've done that one thing and that
I
night
can't
you're
put the
gonna go to
cushions
that.
on in the right
Too many
order.
cushions.
There's
Oh,
too many
too many
cushions.
I
cushions.
know, it's hard, but it's hard.
Don't tell me there's
Well,
more than
Emma's
five.
has thrown the link in the Facebook chat
Oh,
there.
thank
So
very
if
good,
you
Emma.
if you want to see that link, then head to
Thank
the
you so
Facebook
much.
chat.
Leave
And
me one, guys.
Thank you.
what's that?
I want to buy one myself.
Well, Mia's going to get one.
Yeah.
You've
Yeah.
sold one tonight. Then,
Thank you,
Alison.
and thank you to anyone who has bought one so
Yeah.
far.
Fabulous.
Fantastic. Go on then. Tell us.
So you can get it
Haven't-
on Amazon first. You can get it on Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it
just
called?
Look for my name. It's
What's your name?
Gaining an
People-
attitude to gratitude.
'cause people who
Alison
don't know.
Parry.
Alison Parry.
Yeah.
Gaining
Yeah.
an attitude to gratitude.
Gratitude.
Okay.
That could be a
Yeah.
Tom's top tip. Innit? Have you
Amazon.
ripped that off of me? I think I said that first.
I think
I think I did.
sounds familiar to me.
Unfortunately,
Tom.
Tom, you're not that clever.
Am I going to get? Do I get?
Do you get royalties?
I
for
must
this?
get a percentage of sales on this.
Well,
We'll talk about it. after,
Alison
it's fine.
also made this cup.
yeah.
Go on. Look, Alison, you are
I
talented.
can't see the
I
cup
told
because
you,
you've
I
just
don't-
gone.
There you
I
go.
just don't stop.
You say
My
new
head's
guy, you're a
getting
Tory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very good.
I do.
Exactly, Tom. Take notes from the cup.
Okay, so
Back to the story.
we're going back to the story. As much as I love that journal, Alison, we will buy you without a problem. So,
Save us,
Still
Alison.
so you still need
you
to
need
feel
to
the
look for
pressure.
something for gratitude now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. And can we get our name up if I get at least one laugh?
Yeah, what your name on the wall?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think she gets her name on the wall just for writing a book.
Well,
so.
many
Don't say
have.
that.
We've had many people
we've had-
write books.
And they
I
haven't
d-
got on the wall.
Finnegan's has always got people who've written books here.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're
So
like
we'll
a
see.
book
We'll
club.
see. We are. We
You
are. We just a
Come with your
comic book.
bed, mate.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
All right, we're running out of time. So, Alison.
Okay, so quickly. So
No, don't be. Take your
Don't be
time.
quick,
Don't
you
worry.
take your time.
You take as long as you need, Alison.
We've got all night.
We've got.
There's no pressure, but you get us barred. We're not
That's it. Yeah. All right, Alison. We're
Okay.
for your story. We're all rooting for you.
So I started to volunteer in the community grocery.
Good.
My mum comes, like everyone I know comes, to be fair, and some hair dyes come in.
I'm going to say this straight away. The grocery is known. It's fantastic. I love it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have the weirdest things,
Yes.
don't they?
Yeah.
Chili ice cream.
Chili ice cream.
They
That's what
do.
people ask about. That was there the
Yeah.
first week. People still ask about it. They want it back. But it's like it's the things that the
Yeah, it's like
companies
someone's done it.
tried
Yeah.
and it didn't. No one bought.
couldn't
Yeah.
work.
So it's like here you go.
Yeah.
And so hair dye.
Plant-based food.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's usually a £5. It was
It's incredible. Yeah,
£2 quid.
fantastic.
so phoned my mum.
So this is a hair dye. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hair
Okay,
dye.
yep, sorry for
phoned my mum
interrupting.
and said, "I've got one. I've bought myself one. Do you want one?"
Yeah.
And she said, "I'll come over and I'll get it myself.
From the grocery.
Shop.
Yeah.
I get a shop. So I said, okay. So she comes over, does a shop, gets the hair dye. And then that night she just sent me a photo and my mum was blonde like me. She had black hair. She had black hair. The hair dye said blonde in the box, but it was black. And it took her ages to get it back. She's never been black in her life.
That's
She
fabulous.
only gets a blonde to cover a grey. And she
That's
was black.
literally the grocery in a nutshell.
That is. I got.
That's not really encouraging.
These aren't
people to
tomatoes,
go on.
they're satsumas.
And she didn't,
grocery.
yeah, but she didn't even ask for a refund.
Oh, that's amazing.
I mean,
Yeah.
in fairness, did she like black?
No, she said it can't go out.
So what
Yeah.
colour was her hair then?
It's all right, the police will not.
And it's
it had to
blonde.
grow out.
She didn't want it. It
She
was
was just wanting.
She's
a root
normally
stump
like
with
white
Yeah.
blonde.
yeah.
She ends up with black hair.
Hey, she is nearly there though now, isn't she?
Yeah,
She's nearly,
she's
very
back to
nearly
blonde.
there.
So all this time later, she's still trying to get rid of
took
it.
a while.
It's
yeah.
still, she's
Good
still
stuff.
trying.
We sell that.
That's it.
Good stuff.
That's it.
Good hair dye. We
Long
sell.
lasting.
Yeah, long
You need to
lasting.
give it a voucher.
That's it. She can have a free shop, can't she?
She can have-
Don't buy
Yeah.
hair
Has she
dye.
ever been back to the grocery again?
Yeah, she has.
She
Yeah.
came into me and was like, hi, Mia. I was like,
With a scarf on.
Yeah.
Do you remember streaks when you used to put a cap on your
Yeah.
head?
Yeah.
Well, my
Oh.
mum asked me to do that for once, and I was about 13. But I got bored. So instead of the holes you're meant to go through, I just started making my own holes and spreading it out a bit. And then I went to bed because it was 10 o'clock, so I went to bed, and all I heard was my mum screaming, then crying.
Alison does her mum dirty on the daily.
And,
Yeah.
and I woke up and she was just sat in the bathroom on the toilet sobbing because it was green. She had green, proper green streaks all through her hair. And she had to go to work in the morning and she was saying, I can't go.
See, I would have
So-
rocked that.
This had
That's
happened
offending,
before.
Yeah.
And when you
That's
phoned her up
true.
and
Yeah,
said,
yeah.
I've got
Even
some
got it.
hair dye, she was like, I'll be round.
Yeah.
She loves a bargain. She's like,
She loves the
Yeah.
bargain.
I'll get my 13-year-old daughter to do me streaks.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
going to work.
that's-
I don't even know why.
Not
she
that these hairdressers have trained for ages. Like,
let us know at home if
Yeah.
it's walls or
Wall-
bars.
wall.
As we're saying
it's
that,
going to be me and Alison on the wall.
I
isn't it?
did once do a hair. Me and my mates, we used to do the old, skinhead thing.
Hey,
With-
Not a
so we-
perm.
Not a perm. I did have a perm.
Buzz cut.
I didn't. I have a natural perm.
He's got his
actually.
he's got his little curls now.
And
hasn't
so
he?
basically,
You but man fake.
my mate wanted like a grade 5 all over. So
Oh,
we brought the clippers, but
Did you bring the 5?
well
things
basically
attached to
I
it?
didn't know that there was a thing to attach to it.
Oh, Tom.
So I did do the classic. I started at the back,
Oh.
but I just went up and just mowed the line in the back of his head, and his mum was fuming. She was
So-
proper fuming.
So I
Close
went
it
to
up and
Barbers in
Yeah.
Seaforth.
Yeah.
Never been there before. And he
Never
said,
again.
what do you want? Haircut. And I went, do you know what? I'd love to get a skinhead, but the wife will go mad. And he went, oh, okay, yeah. Sound. So what do you want? I said, just like short back and side. Right? And he went, okay, yeah.
Skinhead.
He got the clippers and he just went right up the front of my head. Like, just took it off.
Not
And
much
he
you
went,
could do about that. is
oops, you'll have to have a skinhead now, won't you?
Oh, that was brave.
I don't have any trauma
Oh.
hair stories because my mum's a hairdresser. That's most of my life.
And I
right.
Well, why
literally,
didn't my mum
I
ask
literally
your
got
mum?
stopped by the
Yeah.
police
Don't
for
get me
months
to do
after
it.
that.
What, for looking like a thug?
Yeah.
Now look,
Now
you've
look at
full
me.
change.
Now
changed.
look at I've turned my life around.
All right, well let's have a look. Here we go.
With a bit of extra, like what Peter Andre tan going
Yeah,
on there.
yeah,
She's a bit
yeah,
orange.
On the all of them on the wall.
We have to
On
put-
the wall. Chris said
Yay.
on the wall. Here we go. Here Tao said.
What did Sal say?
Yeah.
What she said,
Here
as
we
you
go. I was
say it.
looking for it. They said the lady should be pied off. No. She said the ladies are a vibe. Put them on the wall.
Yay.
So we'll go on the wall then. Okay, very
Okay.
good. So we've already. I'll put Alison,
Alison and Mia.
Mia.
What-
Where's
you're on
Margz?
top, aren't you?
There's
Up
Joyce.
the tree.
Mark's is by the Finnegan site on the other side.
How do you know?
Because it's
Eh?
right there.
She's a stalker.
Obviously.
Mia's
Clearly.
going there.
Mia. Oh,
Oh, the pen's run out, Mia. Sorry about that.
Oh,
She's only
heavy
got a
that.
little name.
yeah, should have got 3 letters.
Match me then, wouldn't it?
Me, isn't
We need
it?
to get a new pen.
What have you done to the pen, you?
And
That's your
Alison.
gammy left hand, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with lefties.
There we go. On the
It is with this
wall.
one. It is with this one.
Do you know what?
Get them on a
Um,
wall, lad.
It's been lovely to have you
It
in
has.
tonight, ladies. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Do you know what? I'm not going to watch Love Island.
Can't you?
No.
Yeah, please don't.
Never.
I would end
I'm
up
not
being
watching that.
suspended from
No.
jail.
Yeah.
Can we come back when it's Big Brother?
I think it's a good move. You can meet the
Big
Big Brother
Brother.
fans. They're bringing that back, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Oh, not again.
Yeah.
Yeah. Channel 5 this time, I think. Imagine what that's going to be like on Channel 5,
Oh,
can't you?
yeah.
Well, there we go.
TV.
You'll have that those tats and chest vests
Yeah.
Yeah, keep
on
hold of them.
eBay in the morning, won't you? First
Yeah.
thing.
And do you know what? Nugget of the week I'm going to give to Chris for the Don Francisco stuff about love. I thought that was nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nice.
Yeah, that was a nice comment. It wasn't necessarily funny, was it? It was
No, it's not. That's fine. We can
it
give it
doesn't have to
some.
be funny.
It doesn't have to
No,
be
it doesn't
funny.
Have to be. It has
Often
to be
isn't.
poignant.
And Tom and Alan, you have been a major ick. Good night.
Oh.
I think that's a good place to end.
Not lying, though.
Tal.
Fantastic. Right, let's finish there then for the
Yeah, I
night.
don't know where the
Thank
bell
you
is
so
at.
much.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
You
you.
can
Yeah.
rewind it, can't you? And
Yeah.
catch
25
up.
minutes behind you guys.
No,
come
well,
on.
never mind.
Adverts.
No.
You're only 5-10 minutes.
Thank you very much for coming. Lovely to see everyone. That's Last Orders at Finnegan's. I'm going to encourage you. We're throwing Chaz's episode up, which I know for some people, internet, they had problems with the internet
Yeah,
for that one. So
a bit weird
Chaz's
last week.
episode will be up and you can watch that again and
Yeah.
it'll be perfect if you didn't see all of it because of the problems we had last week.
Yeah.
Check out some of the previous episodes and share them with your mates.
And buy us a pint.
Buy us a pint at
That's what's
Finnegan's.
skint.
Yeah.
Buy us a coffee, even.
Yeah.
All right. Take care. Good night. God bless. See you again
Bye.
soon.
Night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Gonna get me a religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. I am. Gonna get me a religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. That's right. Gonna be a Baptist preacher so that I won't have to work. Well, I'm in the pulpit, jumping up and down, 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 down. Yeah, I'm in the pulpit, jumping